Hey, I'm Tommy, and this is Blast Beat Week. So I filmed myself practicing blast beats for a whole week, and I'm gonna show you what I did and the progress I made. So day one, I haven't been practicing blast beats for a while. So this first video is me just sitting down, no practice, just super rusty. And this next one is after about an hour of practicing and warm-ups. And it's a little more solid, but still pretty sloppy. And for day two, I did the same thing. I just practiced doing blast beats different ways for a couple hours. And this time I actually put in a podcast in my headphones and put the Vic Firth headphones on top of those. And it actually was cool. Like, I wouldn't probably do it all the time, but it was a good way to like zone out and practice without being bored. Especially if you're doing it for like 2 hours, it can get pretty boring. And here's my progress from that day. Still pretty rough, but I could sense that my speed was getting better and my control was getting a little better. For day three, I woke up and my wrists were really sore, so I decided to take the day off. Alright, day four. I felt better than the previous day, even though in the morning I spilt hot coffee all over my hand. And here's my progress from that day. I'm definitely faster and have more control, but my endurance still is really bad. Like, I can only blast for maybe like 30 seconds or a minute before I can't anymore. And day 5, I didn't have a lot of time on this day because it was Valentine's Day. So I warmed up for about half an hour and then filmed myself to see how fast I could go. And I got up to about 210 beats per minute before I started to get like out of control and sloppy. I did 220 for a couple seconds, but it was really bad. 180 BPM and 200 BPM were way more solid, probably like the most solid I've ever been at that speed, which is cool. So I can tell that the practice is paying off. And day 6, I'm about to film myself do right now. And I'm only doing 6 days because I have to edit the video before I can post it on Wednesday. So it's technically only 6 days of practice, but you know, whatever. Alright, so I just finished the last day of my blast beat practice. It was a lot better than before. It was a lot better than when I started. I'm tired. I still can't quite get to 220 beats per minute, I can play it for maybe like 10 seconds before I lose it, but 210 BPM feels a lot cleaner. I can do that for like 30 seconds before my arms just give up. 200 BPM is right about where I top out. I can only keep it up for about a minute, but it's way more solid than when I started. And at the beginning, I could barely even get up to 200. I could barely even play it at all. So the fact that I can play it for almost a minute now is really cool. It makes me feel really good. And it just goes to show how quickly you can improve if you work hard. And during the practice for each day, I would alternate legs, rotate using just my right leg, just my left leg, both of them, and then I would do like paradiddles on my bass drum, and I would slow it down to probably like 160, 180 because my legs by themselves aren't super fast, and it really does help. Like, my control is so much better at the end of the week from doing those exercises. I've also been trying to practice to get my forearm and finger strength more solid. And I learned this from Thomas Pridgeon, actually. I don't know what it's called. But basically, just using your fingers to move the stick instead of your wrist. And it's really hard. It took like a couple months for me to even get used to the movement of my fingers because I've never practiced it before. I have gotten a lot better at it. It's still really hard for me to do. When I blast beat, I use my wrists mainly, but I want to be able to do blast beats using just my fingers. It's just really hard and it takes a long time. So as long as I keep that up and I keep practicing, I'll probably see results soon, in about a month. So yeah, I hope this video helped. Let me know in the comments below if you have any other questions or whatever, or just tell me I did a good job because I'm very self-conscious. Thanks for watching. Keep checking in every Wednesday for videos. Check out the t-shirts I have for sale at the link below, and comment, like, and subscribe. Do all the stuff. Thank you, bye.